If you're looking into a touring car that's a durable touring car that you can just bash around with, hang out with some friends, parking lots, whatever the case may be, 4-tec is a great car to consider, but there are multiple 4-tecs. So there is the 4-tec, as of this video, 2.0, and there is the 3.0. Now, there are different variants to these as well. The question is, which one should you consider and why? Well, here we're going to begin with the 2.0. So the 2.0, as of this video, it advertises for $310. This is based on Traxxas' website. Keep in mind, all of the prices that will be on screen are Traxxas prices as of this video. They are subject to change, so do not take these as a promo, especially 100 years from now when inflation takes over. But as of now, you can get a really nice Ford GT for $310. And this is a very good buy. 4-tec 2.0 is a really fun car. This is a 1/10 scale. All of the cars, all of the 4-tecs, base 4-tecs, are going to come with a 12-turn motor and an XL5 ESC and the same 2075 waterproof servo. So the electronics are going to be the same with all of these, the basic electronics. What is going to change is the dimensions of the vehicle. If you look at the differentials, this whole section, this is going to be the same on all of them, all three that I'm going to show you as of now. Now, this one does not have turnbuckles. These are fixed links. If you want turnbuckles, then you're going to have to get just the roller. The roller is going to have them. But here, I'm talking about full ready to run with bodies. The GT body is a beautiful, beautiful, very well detailed body. I actually have this purple body. I also have the blue Mustang GT. Here we go. Suspension, basic suspension is going to be the same on all of the vehicles. Now, again, this is a 10 scale, so it's going to have that size versus the other ones maybe advertised as 10 scale, but they're going to be longer than this one right here. Now, all of these can be upgraded with a brushless system. If you do upgrade with a brushless system, you could go with a VXL, and if you have a VXL system just lying about, go for it. Why not? If not, the system I would recommend for any of these cars would be a Hobbywing Easy Run system. It's about $150 as of this video, roughly. So a little less expensive than a VXL system. And it comes with a 3660 series motor, so you get a 60mm length can versus the Traxxas 55, I believe. The other thing too is you can get a 4000 kV motor that is capable of running 3S, which is very good. So you can get any of these cars over 70 miles per hour easily. And do watch some of my videos with the speedruns. There's one where I use a 3.0 and I show you in the field how to swap everything. Pretty easy, straightforward. But this is one of them. They all come with 2.4 gigahertz transmitters. Now, if we go to the next one, we have the Corvette. Now, the Corvette, also a beautiful looking car. I have the silver one as of this video. The stripes, these are decals. They're not painted on. These are decals, but the mirrors and this is the color of the plastic, so is the rear wing. This, if you look inside of the video, you can look at some of my other review videos. You can't get an LED kit and have all the lights working, which is awesome. It looks great. Something else that is pretty neat is the body clipping system. So the body clips here, you just put your fingers underneath, and then you just clip off, and then the body just lifts off. But if we look at the basic comparison, we have a 66mm diameter tire on the 2.0 versus a 73 tire on the 3.0. Now, here's one of the things. The tires on the 2.0 have a better glue job, especially on the VXL. VXL, you get really nice tires. On the 3.0, these tires will become unglued easily if you overpower the vehicle, because this vehicle was never meant to go 70 miles per hour as opposed to the 2.0. Now, on some of my other videos, I have a video with speedruns when I first unboxed it, ran it, and then I overpowered the vehicle on purpose. Multiple crashes in the beginning, and there's a lot of people that probably only watched that section and they never get to the end. So once I cut the tires off the wheels, and then I re-glued everything properly, if you watch the end of the videos, I got some really nice speed runs where the car handles great. Yes, the tires do balloon, but they'll balloon evenly, and because they're not becoming unglued, they're still a circle instead of an oval, which causes the tires to balloon, hit the body, flip the car over. So I did manage. A lot of people recommend foams. Unfortunately, nobody has been able to recommend foams that are this same diameter. The only foams that I've been able to find are 70 millimeter. So that's something to consider. If you know of 73 millimeter foams, let me know. Even if they are 75, 74, doesn't matter. I can always lathe them and bring them down to 73. I just haven't been able to find some. Now, something else to keep in mind, this one is a little pricier. This one's $350 as of this video. The difference really between this one, if you've watched my other videos, is in the tub. So the tub is longer, and the difference is here. And it's not just longer, you also have a different offset on the wheels. So you can actually take this rear end, slap it on this car, and then just swap the wheels and everything would work. Same thing with the front end. So the differentials are exactly the same. Now, something else is the following. This one, because of the body clipping system, this one uses real body clips. So you're going to hit the car, everything's going to be fine. This one, body's going to pop off. So just be used to hitting something and the body popping off, and then you having to run after it, putting the body back on. That's something you have to keep in mind. Now the next one, maybe you should get the Supra GT4. Yes, this is an amazing looking car. I'll be honest, this is my choice over the Corvette. I think it's a much nicer vehicle. The wheelbase is not as long, and again, the difference is in the chassis. So if you look at the difference between all of them, I did a review video on this. Well, a speculation video, I guess I should say. But the difference is here. Now, the tires are different. These are semi-slicks. I'm going to call them slicks. There's just those little occasional grooves here. But this one does come with a wing. Now, keep in mind that if you overpower this one and you try running it at 70 miles per hour or more, and the car does lift or you crash, you're probably going to break that wing off. So that's something to consider at some point. You probably will. So you may want to replace that and put a buggy wing or something that's more flexible just in case. But again, if we look at the tires, we're looking at 73 millimeter tires. This car, there's no VXL version as of this video. Therefore, just like the Corvette, it was never meant to go very fast. So check the glue job. I would just cut the tires off and re-glue them. So that's one of the advantages of the 2.0. Now, the scale dimensions, everything is very scale looking on this vehicle. It is $350 as of this video, same as the Corvette. If you love the Corvette, the way it looks, get the Corvette. If you love the Supra, the way it looks, get the Supra. I am a bigger fan of the Supra look over the Corvette, but again, it's in taste. They all come with the same electronics. You can overpower every single one of them. The advantage that the Corvette has, say, over this car and the 2.0 is because there's more space on the tub, you can fit a longer can. All of these can fit a 3660 series motor, but on the Corvette, you could even fit, for example, a Tekin T8 motor. So if you want to go over 80 miles per hour, you could get that system. You could run 4S. You would just have to remove the battery strap. So that is possible. Check out my video on the Corvette where I talk about hypothetical speed based on gearing. But these are two of the versions of the car. If I had to take a pick, actually, I don't know which one I would pick. I guess I could just get them both. Maybe this one. Oh, maybe that one. Yeah, get them both. Keep in mind, you could always get all three of them. But if you had to pick one, well, which one should one pick? The Supra and the Corvette, you're going to be running after the body. You're going to hit something, potentially. Body's going to clip off. You're going to run after the body, put it back on. 2.0, that's not the case. Use body clips. Body's going to stay on. There probably will be more damage to the body, though, versus the other ones. But keep in mind that the body's also there to protect the car. Now, on this one, you're not going to be able to fit such a long can compared to the Corvette or the Supra, especially the Corvette. But that 3660 system fits on here. It squeezes in there. And this car can easily go up to 70. But keep in mind that the reason why you overpower it is just for fun, and you're probably not going to be using it all the time unless you have access to the space, because it's not going to reach 70 miles per hour in 10 meters or 20 meters. It's going to take a lot longer stretch. So that's something else to keep in mind. Now, if we focus on just out of the box, because once we start talking about tuning, I mean, how much money do you have and how much money do you want to spend on it, right? But let's just say just out of the box, I would choose the 2.0. The 2.0 is my top pick, followed by the Supra, followed by the Corvette. And the reason why is because of the driving characteristics. The 2.0 likes to drift, but once you get the hang of it, which is pretty quick, I would say, for most people, the drift is very, very controlled. The Corvette doesn't drift as easily or as much or as fun as the 2.0. I would say this is the more stable out of the group. So if you're in a parking lot with a bunch of friends and you make a small little track with whatever resources you have, one of the things that you're going to notice is the 2.0 is faster on the straight. And do watch my video where I do test runs and I compare the 2.0 to the 3.0 Corvette. So this one is faster, and it's about a 2 mile per hour speed difference, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me in the comments, or I guess I'll just make reference to the other video. Watch the other video. So this one's a lot faster on the straights, but then once you take the turns and you drift, you're scrubbing off speed, and that's where the Corvette catches up. So if you're doing a backyard track, let's just call it that, parking lot track, they're both going to be pretty evenly matched because of the different driving characteristics. The 2.0 is simply a car that's more fun to drive, in my opinion. So if I were to list them, I would say top pick, 4-tec 2.0. Next pick, Toyota Supra. Last pick, Corvette. But if you love the Corvette, get the Corvette. Now, something else that you may want to consider is just getting the chassis. So this is a 2.0 rolling chassis. It's $240, and then you can just get whatever body you want. Traxxas offers a Corvette body that fits this 10 scale. It also offers a Cadillac body and a few other bodies. You can get any 200 millimeter body that fits this, and then you can just paint it however you like. Right? There's lighter bodies than the stock one. The 4GT body is actually pretty heavy. The Corvette body is extremely heavy. So lighter body. And if you think of the price difference, $240, if you know somebody that cares for this XL5, you could always get the brushless system, and then you can get a body that's very nice for about $40, and then get some paint. That's another $10, $20 depending on the colors, unless you already have paint. But this is something else to consider. So, top pick, 4-tec 2.0. Second pick, Toyota Supra. Third pick, Corvette. Something to consider if none of those tickle your fancy. rolling chassis, and then you can just play around with it. Do look at my teardown videos as well for the 2.0 if you have not, and I take apart differentials, everything. So that's something else to consider. All of these cars are extremely easy to work on. I hope this was informative, useful, or at least entertaining. Please comment below what are your opinions, and subscribe if you have not. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
What? Oh, my hair! My tongue! My room!